Hello, I'm Jessica. 42. A lot of us will recognise that as being the meaning of life. Now, there was a comedy writer who came up with that answer to it. What can I say as being the meaning of life? Yeah, 42, that's a good one. And yes, it was a good one. Comic genius, 30 years later, we're still referring to it. I understand there are some people who have made it their life's work to prove that 42 is the meaning of life. I don't know whether they're missing the point slightly there, or whether we are. Perhaps this comedy writer was sent from somewhere or other to tell us that that's the meaning of life, 42. And we're just laughing about it. So maybe we're the fools there, I don't know. If 42 was the meaning of life, how fantastic would that be? Because we could have it on a spreadsheet. What is it that I need to be doing for a living? Hold on a sec. There you go, this is the one for me. What is it I need to be doing to be happy? Hold on a sec. Yeah, here we go, that's what I need to do. Wonderful, we can just find the answers to anything. I don't think it would work like that though, because being human, we're evolving and we're changing, and every experience, every thought, every feeling, it changes us fundamentally a lot of the time. And so I think it would say, meaning of life 42, yeah, but if you've had that, then that means that's 42 divided by 3048 times the square root of blah, blah, blah. So I don't think that spreadsheet would help very much. And the reason for that is because we're all so different, we're all individuals. And I wonder whether, is that nature or nurture? I think it's probably a combination of the two. I think we've got certain characteristics that we're born with, and then our personalities are developed throughout our lives with our experiences and again our thoughts. Everything that goes on forms us as people. And it's the character plus the personality that equals 42, or the meaning of life. And 42 it would suggest that we're all aiming towards the same thing, that the meaning of life is about us as a planet. Everybody on the planet would have the same meaning of life. And I'm not sure that can be true, because we're not heading in a very good place. The way we're treating the planet, which is ultimately our homes, which is how we survive. So I can't imagine that we've all got it so wrong that we're all going in the wrong direction there. So I think it is an individual thing, and I think our meaning of life will change over the years. So when we're younger it will be one thing, then as we get a bit older, and then older still, it will change as we go on. If you imagine when you were younger, let's say you had there was very little money in the family, and food was a bit on the tight side, and so you were often very hungry. I would suggest then that the effect of that is going to have an effect on your meaning of life, on your mission in life. And I would suggest now that you've possibly got cupboards full of food, tins of food just in case, or hoarding money, so you've always got money to buy food just in case, because you don't want to go back to that place again. And if you've been bullied at school, your life's purpose may feel, the focus is on getting everybody to like you so that you don't end up back in that same situation. And in doing that, you may find that you've become a bit of a doormat, because you've allowed people to walk over you for fear of them not liking you. So the meaning of life and the mission in life is down to a lot of our experiences. And the mind is a fantastic thing. It takes every bit of data, everything we see, hear, think, feel, everything that we experience, it takes it in, it puts it in the program that we've put into our minds, and it then tells us what to do and say, and that's what achieves the results that we get in life. And the thing is, we've created those programs, we've decided what those programs are, we've decided what we want to do with the data that comes in, and so therefore we have decided whether we're going to be happy or not in life. And you may think, why would I decide not to be happy? But the thing is, and to demonstrate actually that we would do things differently like that, let's say there's something happening or something being said to me and some other person sitting next to me. I might find this thing that is said screamingly funny, and this person might find it deeply offensive, or vice versa. And the reason for that is because we've made our programs differently. So the data is the same, we put it through our programs, and what comes out is as a result of those two things. And we don't deliberately make them so that we're miserable, but it's whatever you've experienced in life that has caused you to do that. It starts when we're very young, and most of the programming is started when we're very young, and very often that is still just, 10, 20, 30 years later, that same program is in place. It's not relevant anymore, it's still in place, and it may well be making you miserable. And just on an aside, you don't have to, that program isn't set in stone. This is what I do for a living. I help people to change those programs, basically. So we can have whatever outcome we want. But so going back to setting the program, so if you've grown up in a family, lovey-dovey mum and dad, totally respectful of each other and the family, and everything was hunky-dory, you've got a couple of siblings, that will be a certain blueprint for you for the rest of your life. It doesn't mean to say that that is going to be a specific blueprint, because 3 siblings may have a completely different take on it, and it may mean different things to them because of their initial characters and their experiences on every situation. So again, with that program that we've built for ourselves at that time, we've got our character, our personalities, which make up that program, which equals the meaning of life. So in summary, the meaning of life for you is what you want it to be. If you're not happy with the program that you've already set, and your mission in life or your meaning of life isn't making you happy, then we can change that. So do get in touch for a chat. But yeah, so ultimately, the meaning of life is what you make it, is what you want it to be. Either that or it's 42. Take your pick. So, thanks for listening, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye for now.